It was one of those things really that Birmingham, the second city, 2022 is a massive opportunity for the city to present itself on the world stage, but something that you always perceive as a professional or someone who's living in Birmingham, working in Birmingham, is that it isn't understood or appreciated by people who don't live, work, visit here. So it has been fantastic to show the city off in a positive light, in spite of the rain for the study tours, and get people to engage with its transformation over the last few decades, and hopefully challenge negative perceptions, where there were negative perceptions, so that people come home from this with a better understanding of the place, and hopefully a more positive one. One of the things that has stood out for me generally, and I won't pick on a session, is the way in which panellists or presenters have picked up questions or issues from different perspectives. So this year we made a really conscious effort to invite the outsiders in, such as architects, engineers, economists, and it's been great. I think that most of the sessions have generally involved some sort of multidisciplinary approach, to what they're either talking about or what they're responding to.
It sets out how we will transform the city's transport over the next decade to meet the challenges that we now face: more jobs, more people, more homes, climate change, air quality, public health, obesity, the list goes on.
On a positive note, there's obviously lots going on in terms of planning reform, the challenges that we face in terms of mapping out the pathway to net zero, whilst also delivering great schemes in a challenging viability context, trying to make sure that development and regeneration is inclusive. There are lots of challenges, but again, touching back on the working together with other disciplines, I think it's been really encouraging to understand that we can do it, and it's not going to be easy, but there are ways forward in addressing those and harnessing the opportunities that come with those challenges as well.
On average, it takes 7 years to prepare a local plan. There is a crisis in plan making, and whilst obviously my principal professional interest is in housing, planning for housing, land availability for HBF members to build houses on, the crisis in plan making is manifest not just in housing, but in everything else that local plans should be doing, but aren't doing.
Some people just think it's a big local plan, it's doing the local plan on a bigger geography, and I think Charles got it absolutely spot on. It's a big strategic investment framework that has a spatial component, and I think one of the reasons we had it in the past was to give us more choice. It's as simple as that. It's to look at things on a bigger spatial canvas, give us more choice so that we put development, we put infrastructure in the best locations, not the least worst locations. And
It has gone phenomenally. It's one of those things that you plan for over the last year, and for better or for worse, it's almost over in a minute. But no, I think it's been a really engaging event.